Machines that were once the pride of the Soviet Union are now meeting their end against modern steel. This is the complete visual record of every aircraft shot down in the Russia-Ukraine war. We start our list with combat jets. Sukhoi Su-25. Both Russia and Ukraine have lost over 40 of these rugged jets near front lines like Bakhmut. Flying low for close air support makes them highly vulnerable to shoulder-fired missiles and mobile air defense systems. Next, Sukhoi Su-24. Russia and Ukraine have lost nearly 30 of these aging tactical bombers around Kherson and Crimea. They were primarily shot down by advanced surface-to-air missiles while conducting deep strikes against enemy positions. Sukhoi Su-27. Ukraine and Russia suffered the loss of roughly 15 of these heavy fighters near regions like Zhytomyr and Kyiv. Most were destroyed in intense air-to-air combat or by long-range missile ambushes. Sukhoi Su-30. Russia has lost at least 11 of these multi-role fighters over places like Kharkiv and the Black Sea. They frequently fell victim to ground-based air defenses while flying complex ground attack missions. Sukhoi Su-34. Russia suffered massive losses, with over 25 of these strike fighters downed near Avdiivka and Chernihiv. They were repeatedly targeted by Patriot missiles and mobile air defenses during dangerous, high-altitude bombing runs. Then, Sukhoi Su-35. Russia lost around 7 of these advanced fighters near places like Novokakhovka. Despite superior technology, they were shot out of the sky by sophisticated surface-to-air missile networks and friendly fire incidents. Now this is the Mikoyan MiG-29. Both Ukraine and Russia have lost roughly 30 of these agile fighters over hotly contested areas like Mykolaiv. They were primarily destroyed during low-level dogfights or intercepted by long-range radar-guided missiles. Next, Mikoyan MiG-31. Russia has seen at least 2 of these heavy interceptors destroyed, mostly near air bases in Crimea. While rarely flying near the front, they have fallen victim to targeted drone strikes and sudden technical failures. Tupolev Tu-22M. Russia recently lost 2 of these massive strategic bombers. One was famously downed by a long-range missile over the Stavropol region, dealing a heavy blow to their deep strike capabilities across the border. General Dynamics F-16. Ukraine has lost at least 1 of these highly anticipated fighters near the western regions. The jet was reportedly destroyed during a massive missile barrage, highlighting the immense dangers facing these newly arrived aircraft. Dassault Mirage 2000. Ukraine faces the tragic loss of at least 1 of these French fighters near the southern front lines. Caught in dense air defense networks, it was violently shot down while attempting low-level strike operations. Next on the list is Command and Control / Airborne Early Warning. Beriev A-50. Russia suffered a staggering loss of 2 precious radar planes over the Sea of Azov. Ukrainian forces successfully ambushed them using highly advanced, long-range surface-to-air missiles in a brilliant tactical strike. The next one, Ilyushin Il-22. Russia has lost about 3 of these flying command posts, primarily near the southern borders. They were severely damaged or outright destroyed by long-range missile intercepts and chaotic friendly fire during military mutinies. Beriev A-100. Russia faced the devastating loss of this ultra-rare prototype during a targeted drone strike at a facility in Taganrog. Losing this critical next-generation radar plane severely cripples their future aerial surveillance programs. Continuing with transport and utility aircraft. Ilyushin Il-76. Russia and Ukraine have lost at least 7 of these heavy transports near airfields in Belgorod and Kyiv. They were suddenly blown from the sky by surface-to-air missiles and devastating ground attacks. Antonov An-12. Russia lost at least 1 of these older cargo planes due to critical failures and hostile fire near the border areas. This destruction severely damaged the rapid deployment of essential military supplies and personnel. Antonov An-22. Russia experienced the shocking loss of this massive turboprop transport during a targeted strike on an airbase. Destroying such a colossal aircraft deeply injured their logistical capacity to move incredibly heavy military hardware quickly. Antonov An-26. Both Ukraine and Russia have lost roughly 10 of these tactical transports near contested eastern front lines. They were tragically shot down by shoulder-fired missiles while conducting low-altitude drops and vital supply missions. Then, Beriev B-200. Russia suffered the rare loss of this unique amphibious aircraft near coastal bases in Crimea. Caught in unexpected drone attacks, its destruction proved that even specialized utility planes are not safe from long strikes. Next on the list is jet trainers, Aero L-39. Both Russia and Ukraine have lost at least 5 of these trainer jets near Zhytomyr and the eastern fronts. Used as light attack planes, they were easily shot down by modern surface-to-air weapons. Now let's look at helicopters. Kamov Ka-52. Russia has lost a staggering 60 of these premium attack helicopters near Robotyne and Kherson. Flying too close to the front lines exposed them to deadly Ukrainian shoulder-fired missiles and anti-aircraft cannons. Kamov Ka-27, Russia lost at least 2 of these naval helicopters during violent clashes near the Black Sea coast. They were abruptly shot down by Ukrainian forces, dealing a heavy blow to their maritime patrol capabilities. Kamov Ka-29, Russia suffered the loss of roughly 3 of these armored naval transports near Crimea. They were destroyed by advanced waterborne drones and coastal defense missiles while trying to intercept fast-moving enemy patrol boats. Mil-Me-8. Russia and Ukraine have lost over 40 of these transport helicopters near hotspots like Bakhmut. They were mostly destroyed by portable air defenses while performing dangerous low-altitude troop insertions and vital rescue operations. Mil-Me-17. Ukraine and Russia lost nearly 20 of these upgraded transports across the Eastern Front. Relying on them for heavy logistical support makes them massive targets for radar-guided missiles and coordinated ground artillery fire. Mil-Me-24. Both Russia and Ukraine lost over 25 of these classic gunships around Kharkiv and Kherson. Thick armor could not save them from being shot down by highly accurate shoulder-fired heat-seeking missiles. Mil-Me-26. Russia faces the loss of at least 1 of these gigantic transport helicopters near the northern borders. It was destroyed by precise artillery strikes while sitting completely exposed on an active military landing pad. Mil-Me-28. Russia has lost roughly 13 of these dedicated attack helicopters near Luhansk and Donetsk. Despite heavy armor, they were systematically shot down by modern surface-to-air missiles during close-range anti-armor missions. Mil-Me-35. Russia suffered the loss of roughly 8 of these modernized gunships around the Kyiv and Kherson fronts. They were effectively ambushed and shot from the sky, using man-portable air defense systems during assaults. Mil-Me-2. Ukraine has lost around 3 of these light utility helicopters near contested eastern regions. Lacking defensive armor, they were tragically shot down by heavy machine guns and small arms fire during low-level flights. Mil-Me-14. Ukraine suffered the loss of this rare amphibious helicopter near the Black Sea coast. It was blown out of the sky by a Russian fighter jet, dealing a severe blow to their maritime capabilities. Airbus H-225. Ukraine suffered a catastrophic loss when one of these high-tech helicopters crashed near Kyiv. Flying in dense fog amidst wartime conditions, its destruction resulted in a devastating blow to their top leadership structure. Westland Sea King. Ukraine has lost at least 1 of these legendary veteran helicopters during rescue operations near the coast. Russian forces shot it down with a guided missile, marking a tragic end to its vital service. Ending with unmanned combat aerial vehicles. Kronstadt, Orion, Russia, has lost around 6 of these advanced strike drones over places like Kherson. Ukrainian forces successfully jammed their signals and blasted them out of the sky using modern surface-to-air missile systems. Next, Luch Korsar. Russia lost multiple units of this tactical scout drone around the Donbass region. Ukrainian troops actively hunted them down, using sophisticated electronic warfare and small air defenses to completely blind the enemy ground commanders. Forepost. Russia lost over 15 of these massive reconnaissance drones near the southern front lines. They were easily tracked on radar and violently shot down by Ukrainian fighter jets and mobile air defense batteries during flights. Qods Mahaja. Russia lost at least 6 of these imported Iranian strike drones near Odessa. Ukrainian defenders systematically shot them down using anti-aircraft guns and advanced missiles before they could successfully execute their attack missions. The next one, Orlan-10, Russia has lost an incredible hundreds of these tactical drones across every major battlefield. Ukrainian forces easily shoot them down using everything from electronic jammers to basic shoulder-fired missiles and anti-aircraft fire. Enix, Aileron. Russia lost dozens of these small scout drones over heavily contested areas like Avdiivka. Ukrainian troops effectively neutralized them by deploying specialized anti-drone rifles and advanced electronic warfare systems directly on the front line. Sukhoi S-70. Russia suffered the humiliating loss of this stealth combat drone near Kostiantynivka. In a bizarre incident, a Russian fighter jet shot its own prototype down after it went completely rogue and ignored flight commands. Bayraktar. Ukraine has lost over 20 of these famous strike drones around the southern and eastern fronts. As Russian air defenses rapidly adapted, they were swiftly shot down by sophisticated, radar-guided surface-to-air missiles. UA Dynamics Punisher. Ukraine lost several of these stealthy strike drones near Russian positions in the east. They were brought down by intensive electronic warfare jamming and precise, localized anti-aircraft fire during their silent bombing missions. Now this is the Avenger. Ukraine reportedly lost this highly advanced, jet-powered drone near the contested borders. Russian forces managed to track its high-speed flight path, shooting it down with a complex network of heavy air defenses.